A stretch for the fascia at the distal ends of our arms. So if you find that you get pins and needles in the hands or a tightness sensation in the hands, in the arms, sometimes even in the neck and shoulders, we can do a lot of work on the neck and the shoulders to release. But something else that we can be doing is releasing the connective tissue or the fascia around the distal end, so the hand end of the shoulder and arm complex. So how we're going to do this is keep the shoulders nice and relaxed, and you can do what I do and put something heavy on the shoulders, like a heavy towel, just to remind the shoulders to relax down. And then we're going to keep the elbows hugged in, and then you're going to turn the palms to face up. So we start in a supinated position, and then bring the little finger in, and then ring finger, middle finger, index finger. And what we're trying to do here is to bring the fingers down to the top of the palm of your hand. Now, some of us aren't going to get that far, that's fine. You're just going to go to the place where you can go. And then if possible, we're going to try and get full composite flexion. So fingers to the pad as best you can, then flexing the fingers in, wrapping the thumb around. Now from here, we're going to flex at the wrist. So you're going to bring your knuckles towards your face. This is where I start to feel a stretch. So this may be where you feel it as well. Then we're going to pronate. So you're going to turn your hands to face down. So the palms of the hands face down. And this is the end of the stretch. You're going to hold here for 3 or 4 seconds. And then release little finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, and thumb, and then supinate to start again. So all together, curling the fingers in, wrapping the thumb around, really squeezing, and then flexing at the wrists, pronating or turning the hands around, holding here. It's as if you're a little T-Rex, and then releasing the fingers. And then supinating the hands to come to the start point. Remind the shoulders to let go, and then go again. And you want to do about 10 of these, 20 if you can manage. It gets to the point where you really start to feel it. I feel it in the middle of my forearm. You might feel it somewhere different, but this is trying to stretch out and get some movement into that connective tissue, that fascia at the distal end of your arms. So you can do this as many times a day as you remember. So you can't really overdo this. You're giving your fascia some movement and a good stretch. So if you can only manage 5 and then it starts to feel like it's too much, no worries, do 5 and then relax. If you can get to 10, great, awesome. And if you can make it all the way to 20, then you'll definitely feel very alive in your hands. And this is a nice thing to do if you're starting to feel like the pins and needles or pain from carpal tunnel or any other issue. Like sometimes we get medial or lateral epicondylitis, or so golfers, or tennis elbow. And so this can be a really nice way to get some movement happening and some release in the distal end of the fascia of the arm.